My name is Karen Mason. I am the supervisor of routing in St. Johns County School District. We have currently about 250 routes. About 65 of those are special needs buses. We currently have 41 double runs, and with Bus Planner, we are able to get our students to school on time. The student accountability is amazing. We just really are very, very efficient. And it's probably not a good thing, but it is a good thing. Our ABO, which is average bus occupancy, was 126. Now it's probably somewhere between 112 and 115, which as far as our stakeholders, we are using their money very efficiently. Before we had Bus Planner, we had so many challenges, especially with the maps, especially with geocoding students. We had no customer service with we would call, we would get an answer maybe 3 days later. If we emailed, sometimes we wouldn't get any answers. We had issues we had to fix with our FTE reporting. We needed to get things done right away. It was not possible. And when we switched over to Bus Planner, all of that went away. Everything was immediate. The customer service was perfect. We were able to get what we needed right away in order to have our organization function perfectly. Well, the software that we were using before, we knew we were unhappy with it, and so we started looking around, and Bus Planner really caught our eye, and so we were piloting that. The other software company did find out there was some difficulties, and so we had 2 months to basically say do or die with Bus Planner. So we just jumped all in, and I'm so glad we did. We never looked back. It was the best thing ever. So during the summer, from May to July, we learned how to use Bus Planner, and that was our only program for the upcoming school year. I was the person that was having to do all of the switching over and the implementation. So I called Bus Planner, I can't tell you how many times, and every single question that I had, they had an answer to. If they didn't have an answer, they would say, we'll give you a call right back. Somebody called me within probably minutes, 15 minutes at the most. We were able to get everything switched over. They switched over all of our maps, all of our students. They integrated with our student information system just seamlessly. It was absolutely wonderful. If someone is hesitating about using Bus Planner, they need to not hesitate, because Bus Planner is there for everyone. That person will never, ever be alone. I never felt like I had to do anything all by myself. I always felt like I had knowledgeable people. Any question that I had, there was an answer to. All of my problems were solved. I got to sleep at night. I got to feel good about the things that I was doing for the county. I knew the kids were safe. I knew the buses weren't overloaded. I knew that the roadways were safe because of all of the map implementations that they have, the ability to change the roads to one way, no left turn. The customization is just amazing. And what I liked is that if I didn't know how to do something, somebody else at Bus Planner did. Well, the great thing about Bus Planner is now we are actually bored in routing on occasion, very few occasions, but our call volume has dropped at least 50%. I want to say between 50 and 60%. Instead of me walking into my inbox with 50 calls, I may have 10, 15 calls, voicemails to answer. It's just really great that the parents are able to get the information that they want. We can send out the alerts. We send out the route sheets. The operators, especially now with Bus Planner Web, they're able to log in. They can see routes. They can see turn by turns. They're not calling us. They're not asking us to email them routes because they can log in and get it all themselves. It's just amazing. Bus Planner is amazing because we can use the GPS function and find out what buses are actually doing. Sometimes operators don't necessarily tell us when, especially in the specialized transportation world, that they're not going by a stop or a student has never rode. So we can look in the GPS module, use the path compare, and we do that on a regular basis because our ESE specialized transportation is growing at a rate of 7%, where general population is between 2 and 4%. So even though our bus route numbers have gone up from approximately 242 to 253, the growth of the students is not directly proportional to that. We've added over 4,000 students, but not that many more routes because we're running them more efficiently, especially since we can track where the buses are going. If they don't go to a particular stop, we can remove that stop, which gives that bus more time. So therefore, we can add another student on there, which makes everything run more efficiently. BusPlanner does a great job at saving us time in many different ways, especially when parents call and it says that the bus didn't stop. Before, we would have to download a video. Now we can just look in BusPlanner GPS module. We can click on the report. We can see that the door was open. And I tell the parent the bus stopped there at 6 a.m., 44 minutes and 3 seconds. Basically, that call is done. There's no more work to that. So that has helped us save a lot of time. It's helped us save a lot of money. Like I said, using the GPS module, we can see, okay, well, the bus doesn't go this far. So we can use this bus for another route, basically saving time and money for the stakeholders. The slack time function is something that we look at every single day because computers don't lie, and sometimes operators don't realize how much time that they are spending not on the run or not doing what we need them to do. And when we look at the slack time, it helps us to make their run more efficient. It also helps us because sometimes we're not out on the road and we don't see the traffic. And when we use the speed tuner and we use the slack time, we see that some adjustments need to be made. And BusPlanner's there both for the operator and for the district. BusPlanner is more than just a software company. BusPlanner is a friend and a family member because we are all in this together. Our job is to get students to and from school safely, efficiently. And BusPlanner, I think, loves the children just as much as we do because they do everything in their power to help us do our job. And I've never seen another company like it. BusPlanner can grow with any county. BusPlanner can be a family and a partner with a tiny county with 50 buses. I believe that BusPlanner can also work with a county that has 400 buses or 400,000 students. They have the ability to adapt to any size county, number of buses, and be willing and able to efficiently help that county do what they need to do. I think in St. Johns County, the growth of the county is one of our biggest challenges because we do have so many new neighborhoods, and keeping up with the streets, the houses, the students, with any other type of software, it was basically impossible because it took so long to implement all of those neighborhoods into the maps. So now with BusPlanner, we're able to send this shapefile. Actually, they do it for us. They get the shapefile from our county. They put it in our map update database. We are able to take out those neighborhoods, put them in Pro, and have those students geocoded and routed in a day or two. If I had to sum up the experience with BusPlanner in one sentence, I would probably say it has been the best experience of my entire career in transportation. Yes, I would say to a district, do not be afraid. Our district holds on to their student information very, very closely. And right now, we are not hosted in the cloud. We're still self-hosted. We're in the process of going over to SaaS, having BusPlanner host our information. And BusPlanner has jumped through every single hoop. They've gotten the highest security rating that they could possibly get. They have assured every single member of our IT team. We've had Zoom calls, we've had meetings. They've answered every single question about safety and security of student data. And I would just say, do not be afraid. BusPlanner knows what they're doing. Okay, I have a perfect example. Our ESD coordinator was never a bus driver. She was always an attendant. She came in and basically learned the software on her own. And I know she did because I didn't teach her and there wasn't really anyone else in the room to do it at the time. Also, for me, when I went over from our previous software and I had 2 months to learn the entire program, how to set up schools, how to set up boundaries, how to set up exceptions, how to geocode students, what geocodes correctly, what doesn't, how to set up roadways, whether they could turn left, right, how to speed tune. The help file is amazing. It was so intuitive to learn. It's not like any program I've ever used ever. BusPlanner is one of the most efficient and easy to use programs that I've ever learned on the computer because there are many, many different ways to do the same thing. There's not just one way to look up a student. There's not just one way to look up a route. There are so many different ways that people who learn differently, there's some linear thinkers, there's some different kind of thinkers, and I have different people in my office. Some people use the tree, some people use the hot buttons, some people use the control functions. BusPlanner works for everyone, no matter how they think.